Welcome back everyone to turn 49, the very last turn that we're able to actually play out in Dominions 4 in our 7-person free-for-all series. And today, I Seen You Before has joined us for the conclusion. Well, I guess we'll have one more episode to talk about after this to really wrap the series up. But anyways, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good, and you?
Doing okay. I'm actually pretty excited that this series is coming to a close because I have to say that 50 turns, it doesn't sound like it, because there's a lot of turn-based games I play where I go 50 turns very easily, but it has been a very, very long series. And I think I might even just take a huge break from Dominions 4 after this. Anyway, let's get to the messages. We were able to claim the lower throne. It doesn't really matter because, well, we'll see why in a moment. Well, you can probably guess why. It doesn't matter, but we did some summoning stuff, crocodiles and ghosts, which was an attempt to help us against Airmore.
Whose idea was it to summon crocodile?
Yeah, Sam was saying that we're trying to summon crocodiles because we just wanted some strength to prevent the fortress from falling.
Oh, good idea. Animals don't get a defense penalty.
Yeah, they do get... Oh, they don't. Okay. Only mindless.
Yeah, mindless.
Okay. Alright, well, we'll just go through all these battles then. I don't even remember which ones are which. We'll quit it if it's just a really small one. I think this is... So this is Agartha attacking Ulm's throne. And they brought a lot, and Ulm doesn't really have anything, so...
I don't think Elm can win this.
Yeah, we'll do this on triple, but I'll let you talk about anything that's interesting.
Well, actually, the interesting fact is, but I see my screen is a bit different. It lagged a bit behind, and they looked more like statues from behind. But apparently, there's only a few statues and a bunch of sacred units.
I still think
I'm thinking that they won't be able to hold, but those mages should be... I don't know why they're casting magma bolts. If you're just spamming Iron Blizzard, they should be able to, you know, just poke some damage at them before everything dies.
Yeah, why wouldn't they be casting Iron Blizzard? Okay, now they are.
I have no
Now
clue.
they are.
Okay, now they are.
Maybe he didn't
but
cast
it's a
them.
bit late.
Maybe he didn't set these up. The game is ending.
See, like,
so.
casting Magma Eruption on those is a bit pointless.
Yes, very.
Like, see, Magma Eruption on Fire Elementals is
No.
That's usually not
Not
a good
ideal,
idea.
yeah. Are these crossbowmen? Yeah, okay. Alright, we're gonna quit this one.
Maybe he just went off script. Maybe the Iron Blizzard was too far away of the range, and the AI just went bonkers. But could have done a bit more damage. But it was obviously a lost battle.
Yeah, I mean, at least he did take out some of the Magma Children, which is one of the more expensive units that Agartha builds, right?
But he uses fire gems for them, so technically,
yeah. But Ulm still lost some real forces there, so...
Yeah, that's about 500 gold right there.
Well, we can go to Scythia Part 1. Since there's a Part 2, you can already kind of figure out how this battle goes for us. We did not prevent the siege. Unfortunately, because of some interesting reasons...
Why are we still in...
Because they were coming from an enemy province.
But... Oh, no.
What you'll see is it's not as bad as it sounds. I mean, the very first thing we have them do is change shape and then do their normal casting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and this is a retarded person who doesn't have... I'm sorry, that's not politically correct to me. This is a feeble-minded person. Very similar. Who is not able to cast. That's why they're charging to their death, because we don't really care about them.
You're just being brave herb there.
Yeah. So you can already tell the way this is going to go. It's not a mystery, but...
No, we have more horde of skeletons than we do.
Yeah, exactly. Although we do technically have Dust, and Cleansing Water working for us.
That's not enough.
No, certainly. I mean, I didn't expect us to win. We got even our Assure down here. I'm going to keep an eye on him, see how he does. Because he does have the Frostband is actually better against undead, isn't it?
No, it's the Firebrand, much better.
Ah, okay, whoops.
Well, we held them pretty good.
Yeah, but eventually these guys are probably all passed out now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Everyone is
So it's gonna end poorly, and Shura, but as strong as he is, cannot take on infinite number of troops.
Unfortunately, no.
Yeah, so we might just have to exit out of this battle after a little bit. It's pretty obvious the way things are going. Look how much spam.
Is that a Tartarian?
Huh?
The guy with a fist raised up to the sky on Ermo's side.
Divine Mummy.
No, that's a divine
Yeah.
mummy. That's not a.
It's pretty powerful, though. We're not exactly thrilled to see that. I think what I'll do at this point is just quit out of the battle. It's pretty obvious the way things are going to go.
Yeah.
Okay, so what did that end up costing us, them? Well, we knew we were going to lose our individuals. We lost everyone. Everyone died. And we were able to shave off another 42 of their units. The only reason why that doesn't matter, though, is because if we had held the province, obviously they're not replenishing their free spawn if they don't own the province, but, well, we'll just jump to the second one right away, because I'm sure that people can tell by the tone of my voice the way it's going to go. Okay, so walls are in effect here.
Okay, we scripted people to cause swarm. That's good.
Yeah, it's not going to help. Spoiler alert. So here's the wall, but we can just do this like this. Our guys are going to rout before they even,
Oh, that's so sad.
do enough. So this is another lost one. And ultimately, they fell. We took out another 15, so they were down to 450 troops even, but we still didn't take out that Divine Mummy, which is the prize, right? If we take out the Divine Mummy...
We can't take that out that easily.
Maybe the Bishop of Eldegate, would be a powerful one. Obviously, the Master Lich himself would be pretty powerful, but it didn't happen. So Airmore, without, they went forever without being anything useful in the game. I still bear this really funny grudge against Airmore. I guess you could say it's not quite a grudge, but I kind of laugh at the way the game worked out, that they were just annihilated by Vanheim, and their response was in the end to ally with. I don't know if they were, technically, officially allies with Vanheim, but they ended up going against us, and we are against Vanheim. So the enemy of my enemy is my friend, right? So maybe that's the reason why they did that. I don't know. Anyways, it just surprises me that they didn't go after Vanheim, who were the ones who just completely annihilated them. I have a very vengeful spirit I probably do as well in real life, but I was role playing, and I think Wadestar also was going to role play a person who was pretty fair, except for if you crossed me, you're dead type thing. That's the way I was going to play this out as well. And Airmore did not, I don't know, just in the end didn't do anything.
So,
the only thing they did was to prevent me from winning the game, which is good, but... Okay, so let's get on to these other battles. Kennen, this is kind of funny. We'll see who appears here while the sirens blaze outside. So Fafnir, he's no longer at 400 hit points. Still pretty high up, though.
He's gonna drop down on this turn.
I think he doesn't even need to do anything. His Earth Elemental might be enough by itself. Yeah.
He can't siege alone, bro.
So that was pretty powerful. But he left a Feasiboard, which surprised me. Man finally took back the throne from... Well, this is the only throne that he has. Oh, God. Draconian Chiefs. How are these? I don't know anything about these.
They're horrible.
Well, they were good enough to get the job done against, what was that? Province Defensive 1? I think it was Province Defensive 1.
Do not summon.
Nashin. Let's view this battle.
What you can do is load up a single player game, play a couple of hours, get the spell summon it, and be disappointed.
Just take your word for it. Oh, triple, sorry. I think...
Why?
This is just a single person coming after the province defense, and I think we end up losing this.
From there.
Oh no, we won. What
Oh.
the heck? But he retreated, right?
Yeah, one of them died, one of them retreated.
Okay, got it. So we actually held, but... Oh, okay, it says it. Never mind.
He didn't plan equipment to fuck them out, so they're not like our Shura.
I see. That's pretty powerful that our province defense basically held by doing... I mean... What the hell is going on here? Oh, this is Ulm against... I think this is Agartha, right?
Province.
I didn't even really look. I mean, I don't know where this is. I don't know what we're looking at is. Okay, so Ulm won this one clearly. Oh, this is Might Marsh. Okay, so Might Marsh was taken back by Ulm. Yay for them. They don't really have much though. Their plan, by the way, is just to go after Agartha. We don't see it here. I should have, of course, followed with a spy so we could see the battle in Agartha, but he's now on Agartha's throne. Or capital, I should say. That's Might Marsh. Cern. This is actually somewhat troubling. Vanheim was able to muster enough. This is the turn, just to refresh your memory. They're all in the middle right here and attacking immediately because I thought we were going to be... This is them breaching the castle. We have finally...
I haven't been there for the last 3 turns.
What'd you say?
I wasn't there for the last 3 turns.
Yeah, that's right. So that's why I'm refreshing the viewer's memory, and I'm also telling you at the same time that these guys were just supposed to breach the castle this turn. They weren't expecting to come up with an army. This army just appeared at the nick of time to save the fort. And obviously, our Kappas are not going to be able to defeat this force. You know, they don't even have enough time to lose their fatigue.
Nope.
So... that was a pretty brutal fight for us. It's definitely something we can combat. We could definitely take that territory back, but what?
Yeah, I still think if the game lasted a bit longer, we'd still be able to just win more.
Yeah, I think that's the way it was going. Without a doubt, I would say. So that is the second last battle. I'll let you commentate this one against Vanheim, even though you didn't script it, but...
So, we already had the overview of the battle. It's a turn 1, they didn't even hold an attack. Turn 1, attack archers.
Oh yeah,
That's what the Valkyries are scripted on, so it fucks up the flaming arrows. So no flaming arrows, and the front will die. The Bakemono that's casting flaming arrows decided to run away because he got scared. The other Bakemono is gonna lamely cast magma eruption, dealing some okay-ish damage when it's gonna fall unconscious until everyone dies. When it's gonna wake up for a couple of seconds, then die.
I want to see. This is so his last magma eruption is what killed the Hydromancer over here, though. I mean, I was looking over here to see why.
Oh, are you sure?
Yeah, I was looking over here and I saw.
Oh, nice. And that was an archer. Okay, so our archers still did get.
Oh, maybe it was an archer. Okay, so I thought it was. No, I didn't see arrows though, but I wasn't paying that close of attention. So yes, we get overrun in the end, but we did do some minor damage. Yeah, it must have been the archers because they actually took out some of the priest-smith people, right? Let's look at the overview of that battle. Yes, we lost pretty much everything. Well, I guess a bunch of Bakemono survived, some Bakemono show, which I don't care about. Fine ogres are all dead, though. Yeah, one of our Shuras survived, too. That's nice. So 2 Dwarven Smiths died, and 1 Hydromancer. A Fiend of Darkness? Is this something to fear?
No.
I don't know this one. Yeah, 20 of the 36 Valkyries as well. Killed slightly over half. That's good. Yeah, so, I mean, you were saying that Vanheim had a lot of summons. They must have thrown a lot of their gems into summons.
They threw a lot of gems in the summons, and they also threw a lot of gems in the spamming the elementals this battle.
Well, we'll be taking a page out of their book. Let's just see what happens at these things. Dominion -2 and gold -216. Okay, fair. And then Kennen, this is where Fafnir is well, it's not going to fall anytime soon. This is one of the places where luckily we have a lot of extra buildings. So the defense left is quite a lot. Now, let's talk about what we're going to be doing this turn. Maybe you can discuss a little bit our plans. We're moving into a Feasible, basically, and I'm not sure whether or not a Feasible...
I think one unit is sneaking. Make
Oh,
sure no
yes, you're
one is
right.
sneaking there.
Ooh, there it
Bakemono.
is.
Wait, don't move so.
There we
There
go.
you go. You can show people the script.
Yeah. So basically what we're going to be doing is, although a Feasible is empty of military units, we'll still presume that they're a force that we fought here that we lost to originally, which was Hydromancers, although those are probably going back to Vanheim, and also Fafnir. Let's just pretend that they might appear. We want to take a Feasible at all costs. And I am leaving Scorn because he's basically useless behind to build a fortification in Darkwoods. Not really any purpose to this because the game ends next turn, but like just having fun theorizing what I might do if we were to continue this game. Although that's not the way we've been playing the last 2 turns, or even the way this turn is being played. So that's what our goal is to defend against the Hydromancers, that we're casting the water elementals and then freezing them into ice elementals. And Fafnir with his 400 plus hit points in a Feasible is kind of ungodly. So the idea is, well, I'll let you explain what we're doing here.
So basically, what we have left over is a bunch of Bakemonos with a strip of fur covering them and a club. A bunch of naked fishermen with nets. Some ghosts, some vine ogres, some ladies in armor, that's awesome, and a handful of archers. So our plan is to use anyone that has nature 1 and water 2, because they can't cause frozen heart because they seem to be cold resistant, into spamming swarm and then wooden warriors. Everyone at nature 2 will be using wooden warriors and then an eagle eyes and sleep clouds in an attempt to fatigue out the enemy. Next up, we have one spare person who's gonna also cast wave warriors. That's gonna basically make everyone liquidy, and hopefully that will make everyone a bit more tanky for us. And lastly, our Bakemono sorcerer will be spamming corpse candle, and hopefully that will flank the enemy. And a small counter to the enemy's summoning elemental is that we're gonna use the gnome to spam hopefully 2 turns of earth elementals.
Mm-hmm.
So that should technically hold out, and we should beat them if everything goes according to plan.
Perfect. I mean, the big, again, the real big footnote on this entire movement, this entire plan is, it looks like their entire army that was in a Feasible just vacated, and they're just giving up this throne. I don't understand why why they would do that though, unless they already know, having defeated it last turn, that...
Yeah, but you can't forget that Vanheim has sneaky units.
Oh, that's true.
And glamour. Sneaky and glamour.
Yeah.
So we don't know what's in there.
But what kind of income do you think Vanheim is looking at right now, though?
He doesn't have much income, but let's say from the forts that he's
Do you think it's that
freeing
bad?
up,
I
he
mean,
can
it
sail
doesn't look
from
terrible to me. I mean, he has a reasonable number of provinces.
like he's not cut off. For example, a Feasible is not cut off for
Exactly.
him. Because Vanheim, I think their supply carry over the seas to the nearest fort.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and they have... I mean, a Maine is nice. It's pulling in income from all these provinces. I mean, even if what you said is true, then they're all connected to Vanheim anyway. But yeah, so I don't think he's doing as bad as we keep thinking. Just because he's doing a lot of hit and runs, he's taking territory where he can. He's just making a good showing for himself, and I think that he's kind of down. What I imagine has happened here, and you can posit your own opinion, or submit your own hypothesis. I think what happened is that he had still a store of gems and money that has now probably been whittled away to basically nothing. I think that he's really rubbing at the nub of his economic capacity and magical gem capacity. I mean, we can't say that we're any different. We used pretty much every gem. I gave almost all of them to Olm last turn to try to help, since he's been very helpful. Just continuing that alliance. So it is interesting. I mean...
And the big difference between us and him is we have 3 times more provinces and therefore their magic sites and income.
Yeah, although we didn't really look at we didn't do as good of a job site searching as we could have, or mainly me. And
No, but we did take over everything that he has.
yeah, so those that means that his provinces should the stuff he site searches should be revealed automatically, or no?
Yeah, yeah.
But it doesn't show that they're revealed, right?
No, it won't show what he searched
Got it.
with, but if he found anything, it will be
So he
revealed.
really didn't find anything then.
Or he didn't side search. I will.
Yeah, maybe not, because this is all the stuff we took from him, and
Well, there's a few. There's a few. You clicked on a few just now.
I think
No.
this was okay. Lake of
Yeah, yeah.
Mists, Enchanted Wind. These are both his. So maybe he.
Yeah, so he side searched a bit with Fafnir. That's about
Yeah,
it.
maybe. Okay, that's weird. I wonder why he didn't focus on that. One kind of interesting thing is he was getting 5 slaves per turn from the lower throne, which probably did help a fair amount.
That's handy. Too bad we don't have blood.
Yeah. So we'll be attacking into a Feasbor, and then the other thing what the heck? Sorry. The other thing we're going to be doing is, we were going to attack Vanheim, but we realized they're too strong. So in theory, we'll be attacking Vanheim on turn 50, but the game will end. So this is a huge revelation. I'm not sure if I talked about this last turn already. I think I did, but I thought that we were going to play 50 turns because we talked about a 50 turn limit, but what we're actually doing is playing 49 turns and looking at the result at the start of turn 50 without playing it out. Now that it would have impacted things if Airmore hadn't taken Scythia. We would be at 8 points right now, moving into a Feasibor. And if we had taken a Feasibor, then we could claim it on turn 50, and by the end of 50 turns, having submitted turn 50, assuming that nobody was able to push us out, we actually would have won the game. But that point became null and void the moment that, this turn officially, when Airmore took over the fortress. So we're 1 point short, and we can see that here too. Right now we should be 3 points short, so we're at 1 plus 2 plus 2, which puts us at, so let's see, 2, 1, yeah, 5, 6, 7. So we're at 7, and we'll have this one, which is 8, 9. It won't be official, but we'll have 8, 9 next turn, which means we're just that 1 point short. So Airmore did that really good job of saving the game, I guess. I don't really have anything more to say. We'll probably talk about the whole series and a whole wrap up of the whole everything. We'll just basically do a post-mortem on the series once we get our turn 50 turn back. But I want to try to get Sam in for that. We should have the Three Musketeers back together so that we can all talk about our own different viewpoints on how the series went, how we did, the varying things we just want to comment on. Do you have any comments right now, though? I've seen you before.
Well, my comment is maybe we grossly underestimated Ermo, and rushing towards the throne probably would have done a better approach, just merging all the armies together and have a bigger stack instead of doing another pincer
Yeah,
maneuver.
it's actually good that I have you on camera for this because Sam was mentioning that he would have, instead of attacking a Diavermark and having our force move towards a Feasibor, he said he would have had all these forces just pool themselves in Scythia and secure this from Airmore's attack.
Well, you were rushing me, bro.
That's true. I mean, I thought that the only way for us to get to a Feasibor was by using this army. Okay, but at the same time, you did assure me that our army would beat Airmore.
I swore to God I thought we were going to win this one, and you really wanted to attack no matter what, even if you lost code for code.
Yeah, I mean, I remember that I was saying how excited I was for that battle, and when we were attacking in Ivermark, we talked about, we plotted our positions and everything, so that defeat did surprise me, but it doesn't matter. I think it's kind of nice that
This defeat was just we should have had a bit more of a front. If the Vine Ogres were there, the front would have fell, and probably the spellcasters would have been able to do more of their job.
and even something simple, just moving the entire front line back to give more room for all the chaff to fight before they get to the spellcasters and the flaming arrows and all that. There's lots of things that I mean that was an epic battle. It was amazing, but I don't regret the whole. Well, okay, I guess I do regret the situation to move out, but I still wonder that maybe we would not have been able to take a Feasible if Vanheim clamped down on it. They probably would have if they had seen that I didn't lose Scythia. Like, they may have just sent everything, even all these forces we're seeing appear in CERN and Vanheim, these may all have ended up in a Feasible, and there's no way this small force would have been able to take that out, right?
That force lost some of its original force, or is it what we originally
what was
said?
left of it is, I think there's, well, we can kind of count, there was at least 5 Hydromancers and Fafnir, and I guess he could have created what any kind of chaff he wanted, because if he's aboard he could just use Prophet's Defense there if he wanted. So I think that by itself, plus any kind of Van Jarls or anything else that would have shown up to assist, I think it would be overrun. It would just destroy this force. I basically put this force together. I kept, like, even Sam kept asking me, "Are you sure you want to attack? Are you sure you want to attack?" And I basically just said, "Yeah, we might as well go for it, right?" So I don't know. It was fun though. I mean, it's fun. We're gonna end the game. I'm not sure how the scoring works. You and I were talking about this a little bit off camera. I'm not sure who's going to win, quote unquote, win the game. And I'm kind of okay with it being no true victor. I mean, there's no person who ascends. So if we think about how the state of the world, it would continue, right? So we imagine that Shinuyama is in a really good position moving forward. If there was another 50 turns that play out in the future role-played existence of this game, Shinuyama's in a good place. Tortuga-san has taken them and put them as probably the dominant force in the map, right? In the world.
I think you're just being a bit too modest. We do have the biggest landmass, the most amount of thrones, and I guess we could tell everyone to compare research.
That would be really interesting. Now, I think Waystar said that there's no way to get the score at the end of the game.
Everyone just take a screenshot of your research.
That's true. I mean, it'd be really cool to see. I'm pretty sure that we're the most advanced in research.
I think we are.
I mean, we invested a hell of a lot. Yeah. Well, it'll be really interesting to see how that all plays out. I'm still hoping that there will be some kind of wrap-up discussion with all the 7 nations present. Even good old Dwarf Comic, even though he hasn't been in the game for months at this point. So, do you have any concluding comments before we just wrap this one up?
No. I think that should wrap up the whole game.
Yeah. Dominion 5s has been announced. I don't know if that this recording probably won't go live for a while, but if anybody's interested, they can go check out I Seen You Before's video on that. He did a quick overview of the new features and stuff, and with that pitch said, I guess we'll just wrap this one up. And look forward for the next episode, Turn 50, which will be hopefully with both Sam and I Seen You Before present. We'll just do a post-mortem of the entire series. So until then, thanks for watching, and take care.